right, let's dive into something genuinely surprising today. You probably think you know a fair bit about babies, right? But here's a fact that consistently, well, it catches new parents off guard. Infants are actually born with more bones than adults. I know it sounds completely counterintuitive, doesn't it?
It really does.
We're talking about like roughly 300 bones in a newborn compared to our adult 206. So our mission for this deep dive is to really unravel this fascinating biological puzzle. We'll explore the incredible role of flexibility in a newborn skeleton, how it all transforms, and maybe most importantly, what this intricate process means for you as a parent or caregiver.
And what's truly remarkable about this, it isn't just the number itself, but the incredible foresight built right into the human body. This isn't some biological quirk. It's really a testament to the perfect adaptation for that monumental journey of birth and, well, the explosive growth that follows immediately after. We're going to look at the key elements that make this possible, the prevalence of cartilage and that ingenious process of bone fusion.
That's just a wild number, 300 bones. But okay, if adults end up with 206, where do these extra bones actually go? And what's their initial purpose anyway? It's not like they just, disappear into thin air.
Exactly. No, they don't vanish. They change. Think of it this way. At birth, a baby's skeleton is less like a finished, rigid structure and more like a carefully designed, flexible blueprint. It's about 300 individual segments, and many of those are actually cartilage rather than fully hardened bone.
Okay.
This unique construction, it's designed with multiple purposes in mind. The skull is probably the most obvious example.
Right, the soft spots.
Precisely. It's not one single solid bone, but several plates. And these plates are separated by gaps, those famous fontanelles or soft spots. This segmented design is absolutely critical. It lets the head gently compress and change shape, which is just essential for navigating the narrow birth canal.
Wow.
And just as vitally, it provides the necessary room for the baby's brain, which undergoes this astonishing period of rapid growth during infancy. And beyond the skull, you see the same thing. The bones of the spine, the hips, even the limbs, they also begin as multiple separate segments. This inherent flexibility is what makes newborns so, resilient and adaptable. Not just for birth, but for all that constant wiggling and stretching and early movement outside the womb.
It's incredible how much flexibility we're actually talking about here. And the key player, that unsung hero you mentioned, is really the soft, pliable stuff called cartilage, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Most of us just think of bones as hard, rigid, but babies are practically bursting with this flexible material.
Indeed, cartilage is, it's indispensable. It's this rubbery, flexible tissue, distinctly softer than bone. It's made of specialized cells, chondrocytes, and a network of strong fibers. Its main job in a newborn is to allow the body to bend and compress with surprising ease. Again, think about childbirth. That flexibility is vital for passing through the birth canal without injury.
Right, okay.
But its role goes way beyond that moment. Crucially, it serves as the initial, scaffolding for bone growth. Over time, through this fascinating process called endochondral ossification, it's complex, but basically the cartilage acts as a temporary blueprint.
A template.
Exactly, a template. It gets gradually replaced by harder calcified bone tissue. So this flexible cartilage slowly transforms into bone. So what's really remarkable is that this isn't a flaw. It's a deliberate sort of growth-first design. It prioritizes rapid adaptive development over immediate rigidity. It lays down this dynamic blueprint for future strength. It offers incredible flexibility for that initial growth, provides essential shock absorption as the baby starts to move, and importantly, creates the space for future, more robust bone development to happen.
So, okay, it's not a permanent state then. The Gotti has this brilliant long-term plan to get from those 300 flexible pieces down to the 206 stronger fused bones of an adult. What's the master plan behind this transformation? How does the body actually fuse these pieces together? Is it like gluing them?
Not quite gluing, but it is an ongoing dynamic construction project. It's driven by a team of highly specialized cells working together. You have osteoblasts, they're the master builders, actively constructing new bone tissue.
Okay.
And then you have osteoclasts. Think of them as the remodelers and recyclers. They're constantly shaping, fine-tuning, and strengthening the bones as they develop and adapt to increasing stress, like learning to walk.
Right.
This constant interplay ensures the skeleton doesn't just grow, but also adapts perfectly to the body's changing needs. It's kind of like a biological Lego set, where initial separate pieces are gradually clicked and reinforced together.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah. And if you look at the timeline of key fusions, it really highlights this gradual process. The skull plates, for instance, they stay open for that crucial brain growth, usually fusing completely by about age 2.
2 years, okay.
The spinal bones, the vertebrae, they don't fuse all at once either. They do it gradually throughout childhood, some even into adolescence. That allows for continued flexibility as the child learns to sit, crawl, walk.
All those milestones.
Exactly. The hip bones, they start as several distinct parts, and they fully join much later, often by the late teen years. That gives the strength needed for adult movement. And even the tiny bones in the hands and feet, they continue hardening well into adolescence.
Wow, so it really is a long game.
It is. This extended, deliberate process ensures the body achieves both strength and maintains enough flexibility during those crucial, rapid growth years. It's truly a marvel of incremental engineering.
That's an amazing timeline, unfolding over literally years.
Yeah.
Thinking as a new parent, one of the most noticeable and often, let's be honest, most intimidating signs of this developing skeleton are those soft spots on the head, the fontanelles.
Mm-hmm.
I think many new parents are almost afraid to even touch their baby's head at all. Are there common myths or fears about fontanelles that you frequently hear about?
Oh, absolutely. That's a very common concern, and it's completely understandable. The fontanelles they're remarkable structures, and while they might seem delicate, they're actually incredibly resilient and functional. You'll find the main ones on the top, that's the anterior fontanelle, and one on the back of the head, the posterior fontanelle.
Okay.
Their functions are really twofold. First, as we discussed, they help the skull compress during birth, allowing that safe passage.
Right.
Second, and equally critical, they provide the necessary space for that super rapid brain growth in infancy. I mean, the brain nearly triples in size in the first year alone.
Ripples, wow.
Yeah, and these soft spots literally accommodate that expansion. They make space for the most rapid period of neurological development in a human's entire life. It's a profound biological strategy.
So when do they close up?
Good question. The posterior one at the back typically closes quite early, usually by about 2 to 3 months old.
Okay, pretty quick.
Yeah. The anterior one on top, that's larger, so it remains open longer, usually closes sometime between 12 and 18 months.
And for parents, the biggest myth is probably that they're extremely fragile. They are, in fact, protected by these strong fibrous membranes. So gentle handling, washing your baby's head, that's perfectly safe.
That's good to hear.
Definitely. However, it is good to be aware. A slightly sunken fontanelle can sometimes be a sign of dehydration.
Oh, okay.
And a bulging one might indicate increased pressure inside the skull, which, would require prompt medical attention.
Right. Call the doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also very, very normal for a newborn's head to be temporarily a bit misshapen, kind of cone-shaped sometimes right after birth. That's just from the journey through the birth canal, and it usually corrects itself within a few weeks as the skull plates settle.
That's incredibly reassuring to know they're actually sturdier than they seem. So understanding all this inherent flexibility and the ongoing development, it isn't just academic knowledge. It clearly has real practical implications for you as a parent or caregiver. It really guides how you keep your baby safe and healthy as they grow and develop, doesn't it? Absolutely. This knowledge truly empowers parents. For instance, when we talk about safe handling, yes, you absolutely need to support your baby's head and neck because their muscles are still developing.
Of course.
But remember, their flexible bones actually make them sturdier in some ways than you might think. You don't need to fear causing damage to their limbs with gentle, everyday movements like changing diapers or getting them dressed.
Right, that makes sense.
And when it comes to swaddling, which so many parents find helpful...
Yeah, the little baby burrito.
Yeah, exactly. It's just important to avoid wrapping the hips and legs too tightly. You want to give them room to bend their legs up and out at the hips. This allows for healthy hip development and reduces the risk of something called hip dysplasia.
Good tip.
Similarly, ensuring proper positioning in car seats is crucial. It protects those soft bones and developing joints during travel. Very important.
And nutrition must play a huge role too.
Oh, paramount. Breast milk or formula provides essential calcium and vitamin D for robust bone growth right from the start. Then, as your baby transitions to solids, you want to incorporate foods rich in calcium and vitamin D. Think fortified cereals, yogurt, cheese, leafy greens. That becomes really important for ongoing skeletal development
Okay.
and movement. Encourage supervised tummy time. It's excellent for strengthening the neck, back, and core muscles that, support the developing skeleton. And just safe, age-appropriate play promotes natural movement and healthy growth.
Right. Get them moving.
Yep. And regular pediatric checkups are vital. Your pediatrician monitors growth milestones and can detect any developmental concerns early on. And of course, the obvious things. Avoid risk factors like falls. Handle your baby gently to reduce injury risk.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, while it's rare, parents should be aware of potential warning signs of bone development problems. Things like significantly delayed growth, noticeably bowed legs, frequent fractures, or maybe a very unusual skull shape. If you ever have concerns like that, always seek advice from your pediatrician.
Definitely.
These small, consistent actions, safe handling, good nutrition, checkups, they really lay a strong foundation for their lifelong physical health.
That was an incredibly insightful exploration, really, into the marvel of a newborn skeleton. The core message here, I think, is truly that your baby's body is this masterpiece of flexibility and adaptability. It's specifically designed to navigate the challenges of birth and then to grow and strengthen at just an astonishing pace. It's still amazing to think about that initial surprising number. Starting with around 300 bones, mostly cartilage, gradually fusing over months and years to become the 206 robust bones of an adult. It's fascinating.
It really is. And this deep dive into early skeletal development, it really raises an important question for you, the listener, to consider. How does this early, flexible framework and the careful, informed support you provide right now lay the groundwork for a lifetime of movement, strength, and overall health for your child? Understanding this foundational biology allows you to actively participate in their well-being from day one. By prioritizing safe handling, ensuring proper nutrition, encouraging movement, and maintaining regular pediatric care, you're not just supporting bone development, you're giving your baby the very best foundation for a strong, healthy future. You're literally building their strength from the inside out.